Hi, good evening, everybody. I thank you for all of you for subscribing presently our YouTube channel Suvarna Chundi. We are very happy to share with you all that our YouTube channel Suvarna Chundi reached today with 1000 subscribers with all your support. I thank you one and all, and I request you watch all our videos throughout for gaining good knowledge in banking sector. Today, I am selecting minority communities. Usually in various examinations like JIB, CIB and promotion exams, examiners used to ask aspirants about minority communities. Who all are coming under minority communities and what are the percentages and how many districts are recognized, such and such points I want to cover in this small video. Please watch up to the end of this video and gain good knowledge regarding minority communities. What is the definition of minority communities? The following communities have been notified as minority communities by the Government of India, Ministry of Minority Affairs. So, the definition given by the Government of India, Ministry of Minority Affairs as follows. Which communities? The following communities. Those are six SIKHS: Muslims, Christians, Zoroastrians, Buddhists, and Jains. So total six types of communities are treated as minority communities. Here most important points I will explain you. In terms of Reserve Bank of India Master Directions on Priority Sector Lending dated September 4, 2020, updated of course from time to time, a target of 40% of adjusted net bank credit or credit equivalent amount of off-balance sheet exposure OBE, whichever is higher as on March 31 of the previous year, has been mandated for lending to the priority sector by domestic scheduled commercial banks and foreign banks. These all you know. For small finance banks, the target is 75% of their adjusted net bank credit. Within these, a sub-target of 12% of ANBC or credit equivalent amount of OBE, whichever is higher, as on March 31 of the previous year, has been mandated for financial year 2023-24 for lending a weaker sections, which includes, among others, persons from minority communities. Government of India has forwarded a list of 121 minority concentration districts having at least 25% minority population, excluding those states or UTs where minorities are in majority, that is Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and Lakshadweep. Accordingly, banks are advised to specially monitor the credit flow to minorities in these 121 districts, thereby ensuring that the minority communities receive a fair and equitable portion of the credit within the overall target of the priority sector. So overall target of the priority sector is 40% and 75% respectively, as explained by me just now. In the case of a partnership firm, if the majority of the partners belongs to one or other of the specified minority communities, advances granted to such partnership firms may be treated as advances granted to minority communities. So one or the other of the specified minority communities people are more partners are there, that particular partnership firm loans will be treated as granted to minority communities. Further, if the majority beneficial ownership in a partnership firm belongs to the minority community, then such lending can be classified as advances to the specified communities. Here, I want to tell you one more thing. Suppose in case of companies, whoever it may be, whatever it may be, a company is a separate legal entity and hence advances granted to it cannot be classified as advances to the specified minority communities. So, advances to the companies cannot be classified as advances to specified minority communities. These are the most important points related to specified minority communities. Total minority communities are 6. Already I have explained about the 6. And banks should create a special cell and designating an exclusive officer for the particular minority communities related matters. Each bank should set up a special cell having a nodal officer holding the rank of deputy general manager or assistant general manager or any other similar rank in order to ensure smooth flow of credit to minority communities. These are the most important points. And the lead bank in each of the minority concentration districts should have an officer who shall exclusively look after the problems regarding the credit flow to minority communities. It shall be his or her responsibility to publicize among the minority communities various programs of bank credit and also to prepare suitable schemes for their benefit in a collaboration with particular branch managers. These are the most important points we should. The name, designation and office address of the officer in charge of the special cell at head office and officer appointed by lead banks in the identified districts to look after the problems of minority communities exclusively should be furnished by banks to the National Commission for Minorities and updated periodically. A copy of the relevant communication may also be furnished to the Chief General Manager, Financial Inclusion and Development Department, Reserve Bank of India, SBS Marg, Fort Central Office, Mumbai. These are most important. The lead banks in the 121 identified districts having concentration of minority communities may involve the State Minority Commission bar Finance Corporation in the extension work, including creating awareness, identification of beneficiaries, preparation of viable projects, provision of backward and forward linkages such as supply of inputs, bar marketing, recovery, etc. Regarding advances under DRA scheme, banks may route loans under the DRA scheme through State Minority Finance or Development Corporation on the same terms and conditions as are applicable to loans routed through SC/ST Development Corporations, subject to the beneficiaries of the corporations meeting the eligibility criteria and other terms and conditions prescribed under the scheme. Banks may ensure proper maintenance of the register to evolve timely sanction and disbursement of loan applications. Before concluding, I want to tell you only 2 points, most important points. One is National Minorities Development and Finance Corporation, NMDFC. Sometimes in the examinations, please expand the full form of NMDFC, like that also the examiners used to ask. National Minorities Development and Finance Corporation. What is this? NMDFC promotes economic and developmental activities for the backward sections amongst the minority communities. NMDFC works as an apex body and channelize its funds to the beneficiaries through the State Minority Finance Corporation of each state or union territory. Banks may implement the schemes evolved by NMDFC. While extending finance, banks should bear in mind the guidelines or instructions issued from time to time on priority sector advances. And also, whatever I have told, in addition to that, Prime Minister's new 15-point program for the welfare of minorities. This is also 2-3 points are there. These are most important. An important objective of the above program is to ensure that an appropriate percentage of the priority sector lending is targeted for the minority communities and that the benefits of the various government sponsored schemes reach the underprivileged, which include the disadvantaged sections of the minority communities. The new program is to be implemented by the central ministries bar departments concerned through state governments bar union territories and envisages location of a certain proportion of development projects in minority concentration districts. You know all minority concentration districts in our country, the number is 121. Accordingly, all scheduled commercial banks are required to ensure that within the overall target for priority sector lending and the sub-target of 12% for the weaker sections for financial year 23-24, sufficient care is taken to ensure that minority communities also receive an equitable portion of the credit. Lead banks have been advised to keep the requirement in view while preparing district credit plans. With this, I am concluding, I am recalling this video. Simply 121 districts allotted to minority communities. These are most important, and out of 12% weaker sections, as per priority sector guidelines of Reserve Bank of India, minority communities also should be properly taken care. And also, minority communities are Sikhs, Muslims, Christians, Zoroastrians, Buddhists, and Jains. These are most important points for the examination point of view. And finally, I request you to please like, watch, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel Suvarna Chundi. And I thank you for watching this video.